if you're watching this video right now, under this full moon, I want you to know that there are so many things for you that are in store that you can't even see yet. And whatever you're going through right now, it's not going to stay. It's going to change. It's not going to stay there. And all you have to do is just relax with whatever you're going through. Just relax and flow with it. Try to see, why is this happening? What is the universe trying to teach you? Because often enough, when we're going through hard things, it's because we're resisting something. Usually we're resisting something within ourselves. So try to understand what it is that you're resisting and stop resisting it, or try to make the mental conscious effort to stop resisting it. Because once you allow, no matter how scary it is, it's probably very scary to allow, and it's probably really easy to resist because you're staying in your comfort zone and it's what you're used to. And changing that will mean changing you, and it'll mean changing your perspective on the situation, changing your perspective maybe on a lot of things, and then maybe even changing who you are as a person. And that's really scary. Like, change is really scary. But if there's resistance that is causing a situation for you in your life that you're not happy about, understand that there is a lesson there to be learned. And there's so many lessons we have to go through in life, like lessons about self-worth and self-love, which probably cause like 99% of our problems, right? Because when you don't know yourself, you can't love yourself because you have no knowledge of the identity that you are. So it's really about knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing you as a soul, knowing why you came here, knowing how special and important and inventive and creative and sweet and like beautiful you are. And the way you can see all these things is when you either like look in your own eyes in a mirror and see the light there, see the energy that is there, how divine it is. Or you can sit within meditation, close your eyes, see nothing. It's like the same thing as staring into your pupils. You'll understand that there's an energy that is within, that is powering your heartbeat, that is so cosmic, so infinite, so everlasting, so infinite. It doesn't have a start or a finish. It's always there. And this is the nature of energy. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. And that's what God is. And God is within you. God sits within you. And God sits within everything outside of you too. That's why there's no separation between you and everything else and everyone else. There's no such thing as separation on a molecular level and on a vibrational level. And this is because everything affects everything else and seeps into everything else and becomes everything else. That's why all is one and God is one. And so then God is all, right? So when you start thinking like this, you realize that if something isn't good for you, God will show you. Like, the universe will show you. Like, you are universe's child. Like, you deserve to be awake to your own good. And so every single lesson in our life, every single painful situation, basically, which is a lesson in our life, is trying to show us this. It's trying to show us our own self-worth. It's trying to show us, hey, value yourself. You're a soul that is a child of the infinite. Value yourself. Either change the way you see the situation or change the situation outside of you. One of my mentors has a phrase, and he says, either quit or quit complaining. And it's so true. And at first you can choose to quit complaining, and then you can also choose to quit after you've done the inner work in whatever situation you're in. You can quit anything and start over. You have that power within you. You have the transmutive power. Human beings have been given this power by the divine, the transmutive power to take nothing and make it something. Like Jesus, who turned water into wine, right? We have that alchemical ability. Like God says, Jesus says in the Bible so many times that the kingdom of God is within man. We are not ever barren. We are not ever left behind. we are always accompanied by the divine. We are always helped out. We are always taken care of fully. And it may take you a long time to get that. It may take you a lot of struggle to get that. But once you get it, the love that you feel, the gratitude that you feel that comes up and out of you from within you is magnetic. It's life-changing. It's huge. And it impacts you, it affects you, and it affects everybody around you, because then they also start waking up and seeing God and seeing their own beauty, seeing their own divinity. Even if it means, yes, they'll have to face some struggles and lessons along the way, maybe dark night of the soul or whatever you want to call it. That's fine. That's Gucci Mane. Like, that's good. It will take you to go all the way down before you can shoot all the way up, just like a fountain. Like, you have to go from the bottom of the bottom in order to go up. And you want to know what? If you're at the bottom, good. There's nowhere to go except up. There's nowhere to go. You can't go lower than you are right now, right? So start right now understanding that you are already progressing upward just by listening to this video. That's it. And you are already doing the work by listening and making an attempt to understand. That's it. And you will see divine if you really want to. And you will see divine. You will see God within you. You will see him, her, them. You will see within you. And there will be no question anymore about your worth. You have no cap on your worth. You've just been conditioned by society and like everybody else to think that your worth has a cap, or you are defined by an opinion, or defined by a grade, or defined by a GPA, defined by a job, defined by an education. You're not defined by any of that. Realize this, please, because when you do, then you'll see who you are. Then you'll start living in your truth. Then you'll start living, and you'll stop being so unhappy in your life. And you'll stop comparing yourself to other people, or you'll stop being scared of making that leap of faith to, post your first YouTube video or whatever it is, or anything. You won't have any mental understanding or comprehension of rejection. Look at how kids operate. They have no fear. It's just instilled by everybody around them that they walk around. They don't really know much. When you're an adult and you can heal your inner child consciously, you can live like that kid, but now as a wise adult. And that is freedom, because to live like a child and to live like who you really are, that's freedom. It doesn't matter how it looks like to the rest of the world. The best businesses came from mental freedom. And the best inventions came from an idea. When Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak decided to start Apple, Macintosh, they had fun. They had such a huge itch to do it. I think they stopped even going to classes or something like that, or work. I don't know what they did, but they stopped something to work on this project. And now I'm recording this video with that project. That's insane. Now everybody has this in their pockets. That is insane. You have no reason to ever limit yourself mentally. If somebody else is making you feel that way, get away from them, because you should not be listening to anybody except the God within you. And this is going to be so frowned upon by society when you start doing this. People are going to think you're weird. People are not going to understand you and the moves you make. People are just going to question you. People are going to doubt you. They're going to try to give you doubt. That's an indicator that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's good. Negative reactions are good. Disrupt the system. Disrupt it. Break the status quo. Break it. And put your new one there that has been approved by the universe, right? That is helpful, that is actually truth. People should not live in lies about who they are and what they can do, because both of those things are unlimited. And so any notion of poverty or ill health or all of these things, these are violations of spiritual law. Spiritual law says that man is abundant, that human beings have been provided for by divine. And this is not just some BS. This is actual spiritual law. And I know this for a fact because the birds and the animals that are outside, the nature itself, it doesn't ask humans for help. It doesn't rely on a system. It flows naturally and in symbiosis with itself. And so we are part of nature. We've just been so disconnected for centuries from who we are due to the dollar being invented and the Federal Reserve taking control of the economy, and then controlling and enslaving people's minds and hearts and souls and spirits. And that's not the way things should be at all. And as long as I'm alive, that is not going to happen. That is not going to continue. For as much as I can do and as many videos as I can film and anything else I can do, that is not going to happen at all anymore. That ended with my decision to decide to end it. You see? You are so powerful. You see? We are so powerful. I am. Right? What are you? Repeat what you are to yourself. I am this, I am that. So I say to myself, Seema, you are so, right? And then I say different things. Seema, you're so smart. You know what I mean? Because I am that I am, and it's true. Seema, you're so blah, 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 whatever. Insert your own thing and watch it happen. Watch it happen. Because belief is everything. When you believe that you're dumb, you will really live in that reality, and then everything around you will reflect that inner self-belief. When you believe that you're abundant, same thing happens. You keep attracting more abundance to you. Lakshmi comes to your door because she's happy to be in a home where she's invited into. She doesn't want to be in a home that is afraid of her or repels her. Lakshmi's money. She doesn't want to be in a home that is afraid to flow with her intuitively. Right? She's given to us, and we have the opportunity to pay bills. We should never, if you're going to pay a bill, never do it begrudgingly. Always do it with enthusiasm and satisfaction of completing a very personal task. That's it. Lakshmi will be there for you. And as I say this, I want to point out that everything in the universe is energy. Everything is energy, right? Lakshmi is money. Everything is energy. There's an energy to Lakshmi Devi. Like, everything is energy. And so when you can understand this, you will learn to flow with your environment. First, you'll be very balanced. You'll balance yourself energetically. And then you'll go down that path, and soon your karma will be balanced out eventually over time. Then you'll do more and more good things, right? Then more good will come back to you. Then you'll feel better, feel happier, feel more love. Then more love will come back to you in the form of everything and anything. And that's what abundance is, actually. It's love. Money and everything else are just components of love, which is synonymous with abundance. Abundance and love are the same thing. So money and experiences and time and fruit of activity and color and enjoyment of the senses and all these things, they're all aspects of God. They're all aspects of love. They're all aspects of Source. And so when we experience Source, all these things come to us in the most optimal way. That's why you should be looking at your own pupils in the mirror. That's why you should be meditating. That's why you should be going within to see who God actually is and how he lives within you. Because he's there. All right, guys? And you should never feel badly about anything you're going through or who you are. You are extremely powerful. You have the power of the three worlds coursing through your blood. You have the power of the divine coursing through your veins. What is there to fear? What is there to fear? There's nothing that can ever detract from that. Ever. Ever. So go out, be happy, rejoice in your humanity, rejoice that you are a human being, rejoice that you have direct connection, energetic connection to Source and God, rejoice that you do not have to claim a religion or a dogma or anything limited, rejoice that you can be And you can say, I am blessed. I am abundant and happy and oh, so grateful to God, you know? Because that is your composition anyway. So just embrace it. Do not embrace that which is not you. Do not embrace fear. It's not you. It has no power. Right? Fear is rooted in evil, and evil destroys itself. Evil is also rooted in fear, because that's belief in splitness or separation. But separation is an illusion. There's no such thing as separation. I see a bug walking on the road right now. Him and I are not separate. If I went and decided to take his life, because most people do, most people like kill bugs and stuff, right? If I decided to go over there and take his life, you know what I mean? Do you not think the same thing will be done to you? Not maybe in this life, maybe in the next life, maybe in the life after that. We've had a lot, and they will continue to perpetuate unless we break the cycle of birth and death, by the way, which is another video topic, because it's a very in-depth one, but I've talked about it more on other YouTube videos if you're interested in checking it out. Because the cycle of birth and death is a death trap. You're stuck. Death is not the worst thing. If you're born again, that's the worst thing. Because you have to endure this human life, which is very tricky to endure unless you have Seema's YouTube videos guiding you. You know what I mean? So yeah. I love you guys so much. I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, whatever you're going through, don't worry about it. Don't sweat. You know what I mean? Don't fret. Don't worry your pretty little head, because it's going to go away, and everything is temporary, including the body you inhabit. So just rejoice in your own spiritualness. Rejoice in the spirit that you are. Understand that you have the power of the divine and the whole universe coursing through you. You can always ask it for help, always. If you're stuck in a situation, start by asking for help. That is the fundamentals of prayer. That is how you pray. Most people may not even know how to pray. Asking is how you pray. Asking like a little child, asking their parent for something, that's how you pray. You just ask divine, please help me. Help me with this, please. Ask with earnest and ask with... Be earnest about it and ask with sincerity, like a little kid, and it will be given. It will be given to you, because you are worthy and you are the child of the divine. And watch how your blessings multiply as soon as you start realizing them. Okay? And making them conscious to you and bringing them to the forefront of your experience. I love you guys. Happy full moon. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.